Okay, I'm going to start doing the readings for October. I have a feeling I'm going to be quite busy during the month of October, so I'm just going to get ahead of the curve a little bit here. I did get myself a new deck of cards. It is called The Happiness Chemicals. It is by Georgia Perry. I'm just going to give, this surface I'm trying to shuffle on is not exactly flush, so just give me a moment. All right, so automatically when I'm sitting here kind of getting ready for the reading, I felt spaced out. Like I felt like keeping my brain on the reading was kind of difficult. Yeah, someone is like having a realization, or there's something on someone's mind. If this could be just out there in the world, people in general could just have a lot on their mind right now. Okay, but this has something to do with you needing to kind of like muster the courage to come out the other side of something. Okay. Mm-hmm. There's something about like pipeline. You know, when you're a salesperson, you start making sales, but you don't immediately get your paycheck necessarily, or at least that's the way it used to be back in the day, right? You'd make a sale, then you'd have to wait for it to process, and then you get the commissions. So they call that stuffing the pipeline. You put as many things down that pipeline a day as you can, many different sales as you can, and whatever comes out the other end as a residual, that's what you are honestly left with. That's the stuff that didn't have any problems. There were no, there was no turbulence. There was no storm clouds. You didn't have any problems. That was what you earned. Okay. Doesn't mean that you're going to have problems in the future either. It just means that's what you earned. Okay. There's something about needing to get through to the other side without having that stormy, turbulent effect. It's almost like you're dealing with someone that has a sensitive stomach. A very, very sensitive stomach. I don't know why I said that like I was Elmer Fudd, but I guess maybe that's relevant to someone. Yeah, it's almost like you need to do it silently because Elmer Fudd has like a shotgun, ready and waiting. Yeah, it's a spiritual quest. It's a spiritual pipeline that is being ethereally and proverbially stuffed. It's not physically. And you might need to clear some sacral energy. You might need to get physical. That was coming through in a different reading that I did earlier that was completely unrelated to this one. However, my point here is that, yeah, being able to ground whatever spiritual energy is just as important as being able to ground your physical energy. And it's going to be really important that as you stand at that crossroads right there, you're okay with yourself on both fronts, physically as well as spiritually. You cannot be insecure about that. Whatever is about to happen, I'm just also seeing this as the scope on Elmer Fudd's gun. I don't know why, but it's like someone's a very sharp shooter. Okay. And not only do you need to keep yourself very alert and aware of your surroundings at all times, but you're going to need to have a scope of your own. And that scope, I'm not talking about literally shooting each other like pew pew like little boys, I'm talking about spiritually speaking, you need to keep all of your shamanistic wherewithal as well as your I want to say higher power. higher intelligence, wits about you. Okay, it's you get all your tools out, sharpen those tools in the whatever shed you got. It's like you need to have your artillery ready. Long and short of it, you're going to be approached by your shadow. It doesn't always look exactly the way that you thought it was going to. It's about realizing where your shadow stays in your own home. Believe it or not, every time you hit the light switch, every time you switch it on or off, either way, your shadow is either going to appear or disappear. Your shadow lives in your home with you. It doesn't live outside of you. It's connected to who you are. Just like the ego and the super ego and the id. This is maybe the ego. Maybe this is the id. Maybe this is the super ego. I don't know where it lives in your house. Top floor? Basement? Main floor? Carriage house out back? Garage band? I don't know where it lives. You know that for yourself. Okay. But there's something about needing to push through the spiritual depths of self for October as the general collective. And I'm almost like seeing, I don't even want to say it's a hand. I don't think it's a hand. It's just like it's a presence. It's a entity. It's a spirit. I don't know what you would call a shadow. What do you call a shadow? A shadow, right? But if you were going to say the shadow is it's not a mirage because it really is there. It's not a reflection because it's the absence of light. Whereas reflective light causes like sparkles or rainbows on the wall through a prism or something like that. That's what I mean, is that there's going to be some type of like an energetic being that has been a part of your world for a while now. And I don't necessarily think it's been very obvious. I'm hearing Bette Midler's Wind Beneath My Wings. There's a part of that where she's saying, it must have been cold there in my shadow. It's a realization that your shadow lives with you, whether you're aware of it or not. So things that you think are quirky or fun or whatever, that's like not your shadow self. Your shadow self are the parts that you find triggering and difficult to deal with, and deeper, the conversations that are not easy to have. Thinking with your head instead of your heart. It's this kind of thing. That's what your shadow self is. That's what it does. It helps you function and compartmentalize in a very morbid way. It isn't there to help you remember or dredge up things that are going to make a lot of positive, great outcomes. It's there to remind you, last time you touched that, it was really hot and you got burnt. It's there to gently tap you on your shoulder and say, could you just remember what your mom used to say when you were like 5? She'd say it constantly. Could you just like do that? It's that it's a little voice in the back of your head that nobody really wants to hear, but it's there. It's your gut feeling. To a large extent, it is your intuition. Intuitive people will tell you that it's almost mind-boggling to imagine someone being jealous of intuitive or spiritual psychic gifts or abilities because they're really difficult to control when they first come on into your psyche, into your awareness. Okay, when you've got abilities like recognizing a shadow part of yourself, or evoking that part of yourself, or confronting and handling, healing that part of yourself, it's really, really, really hard work. And I don't think people see much outside of, like, I don't even know what example to use. The Craft, some teenage girls that just have all these like telekinesis powers. When they came online, for those people, when they came online, because there's like dial up and then there's like, you know, speed connections and I mean, whatever. There was rotary, right? There are different levels to how much or how vibrantly you're able to connect with your shadow self. Some people vehemently resist it. No, no, everything's fine. Everything's good. I'm great. All the time, 100% of the day. There are other people that can compartmentalize it beautifully. Yes, I can be available for that, but I don't want to be. There's a shadow side. I'm stating my shadow side. I'm telling you. The other part of me saying yes to this is that I don't want to say yes. Okay, that's confronting, verbalizing, giving a voice to the shadow. Other people are only in their shadow self. They walk around miserable. They don't laugh. They don't smile. They don't think any type of positive thought about other people. It's an automatic affront to them that you're just breathing, really, or that you're alive in general. Nothing you can do to help any of those types of people because you're only in control of yourself. So there's something also about needing to know that you're in control of your own pipeline spiritually. Nobody else can do that for you. When you go to your job, let's just say you're a salesperson, right? If I'm selling pharmaceuticals, okay, then if I'm selling pharmaceuticals, I need to understand the other pharmaceutical reps who had to go out into the world and go visit doctor's office after doctor's office after doctor's office and make their sales alone. They're not going to give me their sales for free. On a spiritual level, energetically speaking, that's why it is ridiculous to believe that anyone else can help you. You can listen to a guru all day. You can also listen to a therapist all day. You can also listen to your friends all day or your family. You listen to whatever you want all day. It doesn't mean that that's who you are. It doesn't mean that it was your original thought. It doesn't mean any of those things. It doesn't mean that you feel better, that you've been helped. It means you heard what was said. Now, since opinions are like booty holes and everyone has one, it's your job to actually decide what you're going to use that for. What kind of pipeline are you going to build? What kind of effort going door to door do you want to put in? Do I want to canvas this area? Do I want to be top salesperson this month, or do I just want some time off to kick my feet up and, go for a massage or something? I mean, these are decisions that everybody has to make, but nobody can make them for you. Okay? This is mood food coming out. I'm only going to take these in the upright because it's the happiness chemicals. And I really like it because it says what we know versus what to do about it. So this is mood food. Bananas contain tryptophan, which is a mystical amino acid our bodies convert into serotonin. Eating food containing tryptophan has been linked with feeling happier and calmer. What to do? Oh, you would like some food that would make you feel happier and calmer? Okay. I don't think it's dinner time quite yet, but choose a humble but helpful banana for your next snack. Or for extra feel-good factor, make a banana smoothie or a cake. Banana power. Okay. Oh, so much hair. Yeah, I think what I'm trying to say is like you need to give your own self your own sustenance for this journey that is life. Okay. I'm not talking about literally eating, although that is what this card is talking about, is food and tryptophan. Another good example of that is like after Thanksgiving dinner, when you're really, really, really full and you feel like falling asleep because you're so comfortable or you're like just so content. That's tryptophan. That's the serotonin factor behind eating or feeling full, the itis. Okay. I'm also hearing this ish is bananas, BANANAN. It's about deciding that you're going to take care of yourself. So instead of leaving the house in the morning without breakfast, maybe now you're going to take a banana with you every morning. Every single morning. You're going to stop and get a banana. Before your day starts, you're going to get you some banana, okay? That came out kind of perverted, but wait, go for that too. Maybe that helps with serotonin levels also. Who knows? All I'm trying to say is whatever it is, whatever commitment that you can take to spiritually uplifting yourself or supporting yourself in things that feel good, make you feel good, make you feel satisfied, make you feel like you're being given nutrition spiritually, that's what needs to be focused on right now. That's going to be really important for the month of October. I'm hearing Eye of the Tiger. Okay. This is literally a breakthrough on something that could have been a burden to you before. I'm not saying that a tiger is a burden. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that, okay, they're sneezing and like all over the place. Sorry. Um, this is a breaking through the burdens. Okay. If this was ice, this would be the breaker. This is the hammer. If this is the ice. Okay. This is realizing that something would have been a lot harder to carry if you didn't have the basket. Maybe you had like 17, 18, 19 cans of something, right? If you didn't have the basket, it would have been a lot harder. How do you go grocery shopping for an entire grocery cart full of things without the cart? You've got your two arms, no bags. Makes it considerably harder. It's a much more of a burden. When you can make this into a cornucopia, instead of having it be something that you're having to lug around with you like luggage, hearing Bag Lady by Erykah Badu, this is breaking through that. Rather than being weighed down by your luggage, you're now uplifted by the fact that you know your serotonin levels give you the power to shake it off. I'm going on vacation. My biggest problem is going to be what kind of drink to order. On a sandy beach. What kind of smoothie, what kind of banana smoothie do I want every morning? These are problems that you could have too, but you don't have to. You understand what I'm saying? The cup half full, half empty, optimistic outlook. Take everything with a grain of salt. Be willing to continue shoving things down the pipeline even when you feel like giving up. Understand that the effort you put in is what's going to fall out the other end of that pipeline. It's all an energetic exchange. Yes, we like to say that things are inverse, you know. What you're going for is also coming towards you. Okay? But also understand that if you're not putting much of an effort mentally, and I'm talking about like you need to think about the things that you want. As in spend actual amounts of time, an hour, 2 hours at a time, obsessing over things that you actually want to see manifested in your life physically. What are the things that you want to see in your hand right now? Didn't I say there's going to be a presence, almost like a shadow, that is something you need to learn how to live with? Your presence, you live with your own presence your entire life. You're the only one that has to live with you 24/7. Everyone else at least gets a bathroom break every once in a while. Okay? That shadow self is the part of yourself that you don't want to be present with. That's that part that to get through it, you have to keep shoving effort after effort after effort after effort. And do not take a breath to beat yourself up. You're doing nobody any favors that way. Don't beat yourself up. Don't think twice about it. Just keep pushing things down the pipeline. Keep pushing things down the pipeline, and I promise you, what falls out the other end is going to be exactly what you've spent time, effort, and energy, you've intended on it. That's what to expect when you're expecting. It's 3:11. I gotta go do some stuff, but sending a whole bunch of love, light, and positivity your way. Have a great rest of your day.